email. It's because at some point you were part of a Rep Performance Fitness Combine event, and we decided to put together some type of workouts you could do at home with virtually no equipment. Especially during these times of uncertainty, it's really important to exercise because not a lot of people, I feel, put enough value in the impact it has on your mental health. So it's nice to have a routine and something to look forward to, and when you get yourself feeling better, you can at least see some progress, and that's a really important thing right now. So here they go. Okay, so how this is going to shape down is we've got 3 different days we're going to provide for you. Day 1, which is today, is a push-pull day, upper body workout. We're going to show you how to do all 4 of those drills first, and then at the end, we're going to teach you different ways that you can apply sets and reps and rest to the same drills to target different muscle systems. So for growth or strength or power or just general fitness. Okay, so we're going to alternate through push exercise and pull exercise. So the first exercise is a standard push-up. So you just get yourself in a push-up position. Some of the common mistakes are, like your hips being too low, or your shoulders not being over top of your hands, so that you can, develop all the muscles in your chest and back and triceps, rather than when your hands are out wide, it gets into your shoulders. So then just go ahead and execute a push-up. Perfect. One of the big tips is if you have trouble with your head dipping down too low, then you can just look forward. Go ahead and do another one. And that will get rid of that, and it'll also make you go further because you'll go until your chest touches, not when your face touches. Step 1. Next exercise we're going to go do is a floor pull. So this basically is trying to simulate the idea of doing a pull-up, but not having obviously access to a pull-up bar or anything like that. So you just lay flat on the ground, extend your arms out as long as you can. Then you just pull by executing through your arms and pulling with your back. It's pretty tough. And you get yourself to when your hands are neutral, right? So right in line with your chest, and then just push yourself back. Perfect. Pretty straightforward. The next one we're going to do is we're going to move back into another upper body drill. So we're going to do a pike push-up. So you would put yourself in kind of like a downward dog type thing from yoga. Yep. Same deal, you just try to keep your back flat. If you have to bend your knees, that's okay, because that's how you would change the intensity, is by changing the angle of your hips. The further your hips are away from the floor, the more weight you have on your shoulders. So if you bend your knees, it makes it a little easier. So you just bend your elbows, come down into like an overhead press position, and push back up. Perfect. The more you keep your head in between your hands, the harder it gets. And the last one we're going to do is just another pull exercise. So we're just going to do an isometric pull. So if you don't have anything, you can just use a hoodie. Like this is just a sweater. You just wrap it around your feet, extend yourself up, get your posture nice and tight, your shoulders are back. And this one you can, if you don't have a stopwatch even, you should, because you have one on your phone. But if you're watching this video on your phone, then you won't be able to use a stopwatch on your phone, so that doesn't make any sense. So the idea would be to just count in your head, like count to 20 seconds or 30 seconds. You're just basically pulling as hard as you can into the band, and you're flexing all the muscles of your back. If your biceps start to burn, then you want to think about pulling with your elbows, not so much your hands. So whenever you're doing a pulling exercise, and you start to try to bring your hands towards your shoulders, then you focus more on using your biceps, as opposed to like if you focus on pulling your elbows backwards, you focus more on using your lats and your back. And that's the 4 exercises. Pretty simple. Okay, so what Rep Performance stands for is fitness education foremost. So teaching you not only like how to execute drills, and why you're doing them, but kind of like the processes behind the scenes. So we have 4 exercises that we've chosen for our upper body day. We have push-up, floor pull, pike push-up, and isometric row. And there's different ways we can use the exact same exercises to develop different systems in our bodies. So if you want to do this workout tomorrow at home and you want to build muscle, then the biggest thing is tempo. So what we mean by tempo is you should be going down 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 count, right? And you should be going up 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 count. How you build muscle is time under tension. The more time the muscles are under tension, the more they tear, the more they break down, and if you're eating right, sleeping right, all that stuff, then you'll build muscle. So you would want to do whatever reps you can respecting the count. however many you get is irrelevant. If you want to build muscle, it's about the count, the time under tension. And the rest. The rest is going to be between 60 seconds and 90 seconds is going to be your rest period. That means that if you start out in your first set, you do 7 or 8, you may only get 5 or 6 on the next set. That's okay, it doesn't matter. Don't break the tempo, focus on the rest, focus on the tempo. That builds muscle. You can take the same exercises and build strength. If you want to build strength in these exercises, you're not really interested in getting bigger, but you want to get stronger, then the biggest thing with that is intensity. So now I'm going to do push-ups. Now I'm going to do as many as I can. Let's say that's 26, right, reps. And I'm going to take a big, huge amount of rest so I feel I can get 26 reps again. Now I'm focusing on building strength. And the intensity has to be high. So the last rep has to be basically a last rep with good form. That's it. You stop there. The rep count doesn't matter again. It's whatever you can get at full intensity with a full rest and repeat. Same thing happens every exercise. The last one is in conditioning. So let's say I'm not really interested in being a strength person, not really interested in building muscle, but I just love like feeling super duper fit. So if you're super duper fit, you can use, I guess resistance exercises to develop fitness at the same time, rather than going for a run or whatever. And if that's the case, then heart rate is your game. So you would want to do like a certain amount of exercise reps that you can do with good form. So let's say we take the push-up and say like, I feel like I can do 15 reps with really good form, right? Then I would take like 10, 15 seconds rest, because now my heart rate's up, right? I'm going to take 15 seconds rest. I'm going to go again. I might only get 6 reps, right? And I'm going to take 15 seconds rest, and I'm going to go again. And I'm just going to keep repeating that until I've done 4 or 5 sets, right? Depending on what amount you want to do of push-ups. And then I would move to the next exercise. And I'd move to the next exercise and the next exercise. And that's basically how you take, at home during these weird times, when you don't have access to anything, you can take 4 simple exercises and just use those same exercises to develop different systems.